Hey Sagittarius, this is Natalie from Inspired Alignment. I'm coming on today to do your reading for May 2019. I am hoping to have all of the signs up within the next day or two. So please check your sun, moon, and rising sign so that you can get more of a complete picture of your particular situation. Also, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So I'm going to go ahead and get started for Sagittarius, and this will be for May 2019. So what messages do Sagittarians need to know during this time for May 2019? Spirit, what are the most important messages for Sagittarians during this time? Messages for Sagittarius. Okay, the first card that we have is the Ace of Air. Second card is the Five of Water. Third card is the Essential. And then underneath the deck we have the Eight of Water with the Love card. All right. Okay, so what I see here for Sagittarius for May, there's definitely like some communication that is coming in, or some communication going back and forth. And I feel like, well, this communication is going to be really important. I'm almost getting a sense of like maybe something that you wanted to communicate or that somebody else wanted to communicate but hasn't done it yet. Like this communication is going to be coming through here in the month of May. But it's like something that like has been like wanting to be said and just hasn't been said yet. I also feel like there is like this energy of like things maybe not going in the way that you want them to go. Like you're kind of having to release like some feelings that you have about something not turning out the way that maybe you wanted it to turn out. But I feel like this communication that's coming in is either going to kind of make you reflect on this a little bit, or the communication coming in is going to kind of lift you up a little bit from feeling like this like dwelling type of a feeling. Like there's some kind of information or something that's coming in that shines a little bit of light on whatever it is that you have been feeling like a little bit down about. And then here we have the Essential. So the Essential is like kind of like this controlling type of an energy. So this can be a person or a circumstance within your life that has some kind of like control over you, or over a situation that you are involved with. Like I'm seeing in my mind, it's like a puppet on like strings. Like there's somebody else like kind of controlling, like, I think they're called marionettes. Like there's somebody that's kind of controlling the strings. And I don't know, I kind of feel like whatever is communicated to you, it makes you like unhappy, and it's like you don't have control over whatever this is. Like somebody else has control over it. And you're kind of being asked to see the brighter side even though it's kind of not going in the way that you would like it to go, and you really feel like you don't have control over how it's going. And then underneath the deck, we had the Eight of Water and the Love card. So I feel like through this situation, you're having to kind of really, I don't know, like balance your emotions, like find your inner strength when it comes to like what is emotionally distressful here. And I see the full moon here, so I'm feeling like the end of May is going to be significant for you. Like it may take until like the end of May for you to really kind of gain control over your feelings here, or to kind of be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm also getting here like to stay, to kind of hold your center and to kind of stay in this vibration of, like love, like caring, nurturing, like this like loving, this loving energy, like that you really kind of have to like get control over just yourself and like how you are reacting and interacting with a certain person or a certain circumstance within your life. And to, you know, within getting this control over, you know, how you're feeling or reacting, like to do that through like a loving type of an energy, to really kind of find your inner, like your inner peacefulness or your inner love, to really kind of try to be like understanding of yourself and of others, I feel like. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some more cards on this to see what else Sagittarians need to know about this energy. So Spirit, what else does Sagittarius need to know about this energy for May 2019? What else do Sagittarians need to know about the messages that have already been given? What is this Ace of Air about? What is this Ace of Air about? I feel like for some of you guys, you may have said something to somebody and you like regret it. Because they're like you may have said something hurtful or harsh or something like that you end up regretting. Just because like you feel like you're under the control of something else, and it's like you kind of verbally said something to somebody like out of like this like anger or resentment of like this controlling energy, and this is like asking you to kind of like find it within yourself to be more like understanding and caring, which I think you're doing because you're feeling bad about maybe something that was said, and you're finding like that loving type of energy and getting more control over whatever, like however this is emotionally affecting you to make you kind of react in a specific type of a way. So that message might not be for everybody, but I just kind of picked that up as I was shuffling. So what is this Ace of Air about for Sagittarians? What do Sagittarians need to know about the Ace of Air? Okay, so the Six of Cups. So I'm getting that this could be like something that was communicated to children, or it could have been about children. Some kind of communication, or this could be even communication coming from your parents to you. Or for some of you guys, it could even be like some kind of a relationship that you have with somebody that kind of feels like a past life kind of a connection. But there's like some communication going on here with one of those groups of people. So either somebody you feel like you have like a past life connection with, somebody that you've like known since you were a child, or it could be communication to children, to your children, or from your parents to you. So it probably just depends on like which group you're in. Okay, so what is this Five of Water about? What do Sagittarians need to know about the Five of Water? What do Sagittarians need to know about the Five of Water? Okay, so we have the Devil. So I feel like there definitely was like, I'm getting another sense of like this control, like feeling like bound by something. And like you're just really, I don't know, I feel like tired of feeling like you're like chained up to something. But I'm also getting that like negative thinking or negative self-talk or just kind of like wallowing like in this like kind of like pity type of a thing, like don't get caught up in that, because that's kind of like you're like chaining yourself to like a negative toxic type of energy if you stay in like this way of thinking or feeling. For some of you guys, you could be dealing with a Capricorn, but I feel like this is more of like a controlling type of an energy here. So what does Sagittarians need to know about the Sensual? What is the Sensual about? What do Sagittarians need to know about the Sensual? Okay, the Ten of Wands. So whatever this is, whatever like this control is, or like this person that you feel is like over you, it's creating a heavy burden. Like you feel like you are carrying a really like heavy load. And like almost like you don't have control over this. Like it's like somebody is demanding that you do all this stuff. Like you have like a ton of like responsibilities here, and you're like breaking your back almost, like trying to do all these things. And I feel like, I mean, like under the deck here I have the Two of Swords. I feel like it's almost pushing you to want to you know, make a decision about this, to like maybe, you know, go in a different direction. All right, so let's see what the Eight of Water and the Love card is about. What do Sagittarians need to know about the Eight of Water and the Love card? So the Four of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you really kind of need to like rest and relax, like mentally, emotionally, and physically. Like you really need to take a break, or really just like retreat and bring yourself back into balance. Like get control over yourself. Because even, I feel like even though these are like things outside of yourself that you feel like are kind of like having some kind of control over you right now, really only you, you're the only person that can control, you know, your life. And I think that you kind of just need to kind of pull away from some of this stuff and regain that that strength within yourself, you know, and kind of like de-stress and relax and rest to pull your energy back into balance and to get control over yourself and over the situation and how like you are responding to it. And it's, you know, like I feel like one of the ways you're going to do this is by kind of retreating and resting, and focusing on like more of like a loving, happy type of an energy. And then I feel like once you're able to kind of bring yourself back into balance and get yourself back into like this more understanding, loving energy, then you're going to be able to move forward kind of quickly with some new things, or with whatever direction you need to go into. I'm going to pull another card here on the Devil. Can I get another card for the Devil with this Five of Water? What is this about? What do Sagittarians need to know about this energy? What else do Sagittarians need to know about the Devil? Okay, so this, again, yeah, like, kind of like, you're wanting balance, like you're hoping and wishing for like things to really kind of like go a certain way, but they're not going in a certain way, like, and I feel like you just really don't have control over it. And it's really kind of just pulling you down into like this negative energy. So yeah, I definitely feel like taking some time away and kind of like maybe meditating, or just taking some time to kind of get yourself back into balance is going to really be beneficial for you. I'm also going to pull another card on the Six of Cups. So what else do Sagittarians need to know about the Six of Cups here with this communication card? Okay, again, the Emperor. So there's like a control here. A controlling energy. So there could be whoever is controlling like a situation, or you in some way. That I think that's who's going to communicate something to you, or already has communicated some information to you, and it's putting you into like this like depressed type of feeling. Just feels like a lot of like heaviness, a lot of stuff that you're having to carry on your back. And you really need to take some time for yourself. You really need to like remove yourself and bring yourself, into balance here. I mean, there could be like children involved in this thing. Like, I mean, this could be like, one of the parents of the child that is like really controlling, or really controlling a situation. But I'm getting like, before you kind of react, or before you get too sucked into like this depressing type of energy, to kind of really like take some time pull away from the situation, and bring yourself back into balance, and bring yourself back into like this loving and understanding energy here. Okay, so what other messages do Sagittarians need to know for the month of May 2019? What else do Sagittarians need to know? Okay, again, we have the Star card, so this came out twice. A dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. So I feel like, even though like this seems like something that you're not liking, and like something that you don't have control over, really there is a good outcome here. You just kind of have to see it. You have to kind of pull yourself out of like the negativity, or like the bothersome energies, or people, or situations. Like, kind of pull yourself away from that, detach from that toxicity, so that you can really see the bigger picture, and know that, like, there is going to be an end to this situation. Like, there is going to be an end to something that is difficult for you. And that you are going to like get through this. But I think you really kind of need to pull yourself out of like some of this negative type of energy. Like, just remove yourself from it, so that you can regain your clarity and be able to see this again. And then underneath the deck, we have the King of Michael. So principled, rational, ambitious, and respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. So here's this communication again. So I feel like maybe you know, there needs to be maybe some open and honest communication here. And either you or the person that you're dealing with just maybe isn't receiving the communication in the way that you would like, or they're spewing out some kind of communication that is really bothersome to you. But this is kind of telling you to like stay in your integrity, even if something is, you know, even if you want to like explode on this person, to really try and like get into balance before you respond. Really try to do and say, like, communicate things in more of like a calm way, but also in a way that's like purposeful to where you can, you know, get your point across. But just kind of be careful in the way that you're communicating it. And then if somebody's communicating nasty towards you, I would kind of just like remove yourself from that for a minute and regain like your balance, and then kind of go forward after you kind of like take a pause and a moment away from that. Yeah, it just seems like I don't even feel like you're like the difficult person here. It's definitely like outside, something outside, like another person, somebody in a relationship, like a work situation, something else is like kind of like being nasty towards you, and kind of, you know, but you're having to kind of navigate your way through this and find control of yourself and pull yourself into a higher energy, even though this other stuff isn't all that great. Okay, so what other messages do Sagittarians need to know for May 2019? What other messages do we have for Sagittarians for May 2019? Okay, rebirth. Reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, and create a new reality. I definitely feel like this kind of pulling away, this resting, retreating, meditating, kind of pulling yourself into this like higher vibrational love energy, is going to help you to create a new reality for yourself. Looking at something from a different perspective, but I feel like you have to kind of pull yourself away from it to kind of look at it from a higher perspective, or to see it in a different way than how you're seeing it right now. And that's going to help you kind of reinvent yourself in this situation and kind of create this new reality. And I feel like, you know, once you kind of refocus and recenter yourself and get yourself into like this more like where you have more control over, you know, how you're reacting or responding, it's going to kind of change this circumstance. This person isn't going, or this situation isn't going to be able to have that much control over you, because you're going to be changing the way that you're reacting and responding. And then underneath the deck we have courage. So you are safe, fear is an illusion, and set strong boundaries. And I do feel like, you know, you guys are going to have like some kind of courage within this situation, because I feel like there's like some nasty like energy or nasty people or something that are kind of coming towards you, or maybe even trying to attack you in some way. And you might have to like step away for a moment and think about how you're going to respond to this, and then come forward having strong boundaries, and knowing that, you know, you kind of like have the right to have those boundaries and express yourself honestly through communication, but doing it in a way that's purposeful and is going to kind of like move you out of this toxicity. So I hope that these messages helped you, Sagittarius, and I will see you soon. Take care.